Lonely Planet, a major global tourism platform, has announced that the Cape Winelands has been selected as one of their top 10 best value destinations for 2020. The Winelands comes eighth, while the rest of the top 10 are destinations from elsewhere in the world. Western Cape Finance and Economic Opportunities MEC, David Maynier, has welcomed the announcement, saying the Cape Winelands is a world-class tourism attraction. It is one of many unique food and wine attractions the area has, and an example of tourism service excellence that helps grow the economy and create jobs. So to tell us more about this ranking, we're joined by Inge Dykman, is the head of leisure tourism and trade. Great to see you. Thanks so much for coming in to Morning Live.
Thank you, Leanne, and thank you for having us, and good morning from a rainy and wet Cape Town.
Ah, you're lucky, you're lucky. We need that rain here. So let's talk about the Cape Winelands. They've been ranked 8th as a best value destination. What does this mean for tourism to the area? Because we've been hearing that tourism has been hit of late.
Yeah, fortunately, through the collaborative efforts that we do with great leadership and with our fabulous partners from private and public sector in the Cape Winelands, we've managed to really pull through some serious challenges, and with these collaborative efforts, we've managed to host people from across the world, and now finally, I think the Cape Winelands is getting its recognition as a destination on its own within the Western Cape. And this means exponential growth for tourism, trade, investment, jobs, not only for the wine estates, but for the entire tourism service chain that we're so hardly trying to increase.
Yeah, I mean, when we look at the Winelands, you know, we're seeing some photographs on the screen right now, and it truly is
beautiful.
Irresistible. It's magnificent, and it really is something special to behold as well. But you know, when we talk about value destinations, what are we looking for?
What's so nice about the Cape Winelands, and this is really what I want everybody to know, it's yes, we've got those strong established regions within the Cape Winelands, such as Franschhoek and Stellenbosch and Paarl, but they need to grow and evolve as well, and they're working very hard and tirelessly to achieve it. But when you step a little bit further into the Cape Winelands, you step into Tulbagh, Wellington, Ashton, Robertson, you get exceptional value for money at these destinations, 5-star quality, authentic experience, warm, hospitable people, really keen to host visitors, and it's such a nice region to explore. You can get into your car, fly to Cape Town, fly down from Joburg, and just get into your car and drive an experience. You can easily spend up to 10 to 14 days just in the Cape Winelands alone. And this is what we're trying to achieve is, yes, come and visit the entire Western Cape province, but visitors from across the world see the value in the Cape Winelands, such as global visitors that go onto Lonely Planet.
Yeah, and I mean, if we look at the growth of the Winelands over the years, how has that been? Have we seen a significant growth in tourist numbers, and also for the economic value of it all? Because, you know, South Africa's winelands they're world renowned for some of the greatest wines in the world. So let's talk about the growth there.
It's been a bit of a struggle the last 2 years, but we've seen, despite all the challenges that we've experienced, which is out of our control, still a consistent growth of 6% from last year to now, which is exceptional in the current economic climate. And we also work with our partners such as Vinpro and WOZA, and with the Wine Routes Forum, which includes all the wine sellers and wine routes growing and developing product, which is not only to the wine estates, but the accommodation sector. Out of the 20 restaurants in South Africa, I would say about 10 to 15 are from the Cape Winelands. We work with chefs such as Bertus Passon and world-class world wine estates. And that really, with a combination of the people of the winelands and the products that also comes from the winelands, just makes it a world-class destination.
And I must say, people take these rankings very, very seriously. I mean, whether it come from an online portal like TripAdvisor or Lonely Planet, a lot of people plan their trips around these rankings and have a look at it and say, well, you know what, let's go. I mean, if everybody's talking about it and everyone's saying it's so good, there is no better sales than word of mouth and something like this. So do you think this is going to do a lot for the area and even boost it further? I mean, we had an interview, I think it was not yesterday, the day before, talking to how desperate it is and how the tourism numbers are dropping and dropping. Perhaps this is the boost we need.
I think this is absolutely, to your point, Leanne, this is exceptional news and much needed for the entire country, because people do not only travel from far to visit the Cape Winelands, they will extend their trip to Gauteng, to KwaZulu-Natal. I mean, it's still a long-haul destination, but absolutely it is authentic. The selection is made by people who have visited the Cape Winelands, would love to visit the Cape Winelands, who proactively do research on trips. And this is it's an endorsement from an authentic source. And Lonely Planet reaches about 3 million people. So I encourage all regions and provinces to work closely with one another and to make sure that we position ourselves and stay on these rankings. 8 in the world is an exceptional ranking. We would have loved to be number 1, but I'm sure we'll get there and hopefully add some more regions from the Western Cape next year as well.
Yeah, it'll be amazing, and then spread it to the rest of the country as well. Thanks so much for talking to us. Inge Dykman, Head of Leisure and Tourism and Trade, Cape Town. Thanks so much for talking to us about the Cape Winelands being ranked the 8th best value destination in the world for 2020 by Lonely Planet. So it's some good news to end the week on.
Oh, most definitely,
Yeah,
and
why not?
it's much needed. Speaking of